Hey guys, welcome back to another example lesson of what our lessons look like. Today we've got Lenka with us again.
As a student, hi.
As our student. She actually works for Speak Like Me, but she's going to be our student today of around B1 level. And I'm Jacob, one of the teachers and director. So without further ado, should we get into it? Let's do it. All right, Lenka, welcome back to class. How are you today?
Hello, I'm very good, thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad to hear. You will notice on the table we have something special for you today.
That's very nice.
Because I happen to know... Rozumiesz, co to znamená?
No.
I happen to know that it was your birthday this weekend. Happen to, it means náhodou.
Okay.
So it's like a coincidence. So I happen to know is náhodou vím. Okay?
And you are right.
So I happen to know it was your birthday at the
Yes.
weekend. So I got you a little champagne to
That's
celebrate
very
your
nice
birthday.
of you, thank you.
Was it a big birthday?
Big number, yes.
In English, when we say a big birthday, it means something like a big number, like 30, 40, 21. Was it one of those ones or not?
No, I turned 31.
31? Wow.
Yeah.
Very good English. I turned 31.
Thank you.
Very nice. So tell me, what did you do for your birthday?
For my birthday,
Oof, there we go.
my boyfriend and I went out for dinner. So we had nice poke bowl, because I love poke bowls.
Poke bowl.
It's like a sushi in a bowl.
Yeah, can you explain to me what this is? Because I see them everywhere. And this is not fake. I genuinely... What it means genuinely? Yeah, genuinely means not lying. I genuinely don't know what it is. And I'm too scared to try it because I'm one of those people... I'm
You
the
don't
kind of
like
person
sushi.
that I don't like trying things if I don't know what it is. You know? So can you explain?
You should definitely try. It's rice and then whatever you want to go with the rice. So,
Okay.
for example, salmon, avocado, mango, and lots of good stuff.
Can you
with
say losos
sauce.
one more time?
Lots of
Losos?
salmon.
Say it again.
Salmon.
Yeah. So the L is not pronounced at all. So
At
it's
all, okay.
salmon.
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 Nice.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you can put salmon or does it have to be fish or can you put other stuff in there?
You can put shrimps or chicken or other stuff as well.
Okay, okay.
It can be vegetarian or not.
Interesting.
So I definitely recommend. But I do love sushi. And I think you don't, right?
I'm
So you
not a
might
big
not like it.
sushi fan. Actually, that's not true. I hate sushi. I absolutely hate it. I don't understand why everyone is so into sushi, you know? Rozumiesz so into?
No.
No? No? Because you understood everything else very nicely. So to be into something means to like something.
Okay.
Which is actually on one of our leaflets here. We have a lovely box in our blue leaflet. Maybe I can show you here. Oh. Would you mind moving your Prosecco or your champagne? Fantastic. So we have this box. Up here. Yep, box 8.1. So we can see in box 8.1 how to say you like something. 3 ways. Would you mind maybe reading it out for me? We can learn all of them.
Of course,
Why not?
yes, I'll try.
And what box is this? Box
It's 8.1
blue 8.1.
in the blue leaflet.
Okay.
So the first option is I'm into rap music.
I'm into rap music. And it means I like rap music. It could also be sushi. What about the second one?
The second one is I'm a fan of rap music.
I'm a fan of rap music. So that's another way to say I like something. So give me an example. What are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of good food.
And the third one?
I'm all about rap music.
I'm all about rap music. Do you know what this one means?
No, I don't know
It means
this
the
one.
same. It means I like rap music. This one sounds a bit more kind of passionate if you really like something. So for me, I can say I'm all about traveling to places where they don't speak English. That's like a big passion of mine.
Okay.
What about you, Lenka? What are you all about?
I'm all about dance.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would say I'm all about dancing. Sounds a bit
Dancing?
nicer. We like
Okay.
ing in English. Okay.
Okay, I'm
What
all
about your
about
boyfriend?
dancing.
What is he all about?
He's all about dancing as well.
So you're two dancing people happily dancing through life
In the
together.
kitchen, yes.
Lovely. That sounds nice. There's one thing that's not on this box, which is another way to say I like, which is honestly my favorite way. Can you think of any other ways to say you like something?
I'm something with keen.
Good. So that's not the one I was thinking of, but to be keen on, this is K-E-E-N, to be keen on something is not used very much by native speakers, to be honest. And it means the same thing. I think it would be used mostly in negative sentences. Like, I'm not that keen on public speaking. I don't really like public speaking, but it's not the most natural. It is a normal thing. It's not a very normal thing to say. So the one I wanted to say is I'm a big something person.
And I think we talked about this in the previous lesson.
we?
Big breakfast person or something?
A big
I think we
Prosecco
did.
person? Yeah, I think we did in
Right?
the last lesson. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost your notes from the
But
last
I
lesson.
forgot, so it's
So we can
good that you
we
brought
can
it up,
practice
yes.
So for me, I'm a big champagne person, as you can see. What are you, a big person?
I'm a big sun person. I love sunny weather.
Good. What's bigger than big?
Huge.
Huge. Yeah, so you can say I'm a huge Prosecco person. What are you, a huge person?
I'm a huge dance person.
Yeah, and you've got to be careful to say something like dance, because if you just say I'm a huge person, it means I'm huge.
Yeah.
What's huger than huge?
I think we did this one as well, and I forgot.
Really?
I genuinely forgot, yes.
So this is massive.
Yeah.
I'm a massive travel person. What are you, a massive person?
Yeah, it is true. I'm a massive travel person.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. This is used very often in the negative to say I'm not a massive sushi person. This is used when people like offer you something. So, oh, would you like to come to a sushi restaurant with me? And Jacob would say, sorry,
I'm not a massive sushi person.
I'm not a massive sushi person. Maybe we could go to a kebab place instead.
Are you a kebab
I'm just
person?
kidding. I hate kebab. I am not a kebab person whatsoever.
Really?
What's the mean whatsoever?
No.
Okay. Whatsoever is vůbec. Now, every Czech person knows at all.
At all, yeah.
But not many people know whatsoever. And it's one word, whatsoever, no spaces.
Yes.
And it means exactly the same as at all, but it's a bit more like emphasized because you can say it a bit stronger. You're like, I don't like kebabs whatsoever.
Really?
Whatsoever. Yeah, you can put some nice stress on it. So tell me something you don't like whatsoever, Lenka.
I don't like ironing whatsoever.
Me neither. It's the
I
worst
don't
domácí práce. How do we say domácí práce?
Homework.
No, that's domácí úkol that you get from your school. You have to do homework. Any other ideas?
Housework, then it's housework.
Housework can be said in America. Okay, some Americans say housework, but not many. There's a much better word, which is chores.
Okay, chores.
You know chores?
No.
So
That's a new
CH,
one.
chores. And you don't need to say house chores, chores. So for me, ironing, actually that's not true. Changing the bed sheets is my least favorite chore. I hate
Really?
it, yeah.
Okay.
What's your least favorite chore?
Ironing. I hate it. I always swear.
And use it chore in the
So ironing is my least favorite chore.
Very
Wait.
nice. And least favorite is also a great
Okay.
word. Cheers,
So
Lenka,
cheers.
to your birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Thank
I
you.
hope 31 is a fantastic year for you. I actually turn 32 next week.
So happy birthday to
Thank
you
you
too.
to me as well. And I'm not very happy about it. I started thinking about how close I am to 50. When you start thinking about it too much, it gets really scary. So anyway, vraťme se k your story. How do we say that in English?
Let's go back to...
We've got a much nicer way to say it. This is a phrase that I teach all my students because I use it every single day, many times. And it's getting back to with the ink. So, getting back to your sushi birthday story. So, getting back to a lovely phrase.
Getting back
so
to.
Getting back to. I'll make a note of that one. So, getting back to your birthday. So, what else did you do after Pokeball time? Firstly, sorry. What was your Pokeball? What did you choose?
It was salmon.
Salmon? With...
What else was that? Oh, wait. It was salmon, shrimps,
To get
nori.
there?
Like little pieces.
Okay. What was the third one?
Avocado.
What was the third one?
Nori is like
Nori?
seaweed.
What is nori?
Like the black thing the black thing sushi's like wrapped in.
That's called nori? Okay. What else?
And other things. What else was there? Beans.
Okay.
Like the green beans.
Is anything cooked? The shrimp must be
Shrimps, yes.
The salmon?
And
Salmon?
salmon.
cooked. No, le.
Oh,
Salmon.
okay. Salmon.
The salmon.
Salmon is like,
Okay.
and that's it.
Anyway.
It was
Sounds lovely,
delicious.
Lenka.
It was good. It was delicious.
Where did you go, just out of interest?
It was a restaurant in Mirak.
Mirak. Náměstí Míru. Peace Square. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds
A really
lovely.
nice place,
Yeah.
yes.
Anything else?
And then we went to the cinema because I really wanted to see this movie, Veškeré.
What? Veškeré?
Veškeré, yes.
Okay.
Have you heard of this or no?
What is it?
It's a movie. It's kind of a parody on football players and.
Is it an English movie? Oh, sorry, not.
It's a Czech movie.
It's a
yes,
Czech movie.
yes. And it was a how do you say this? It was like the second movie.
Oh, it's the second one.
Second one.
Yeah, we don't really have a thing for this because with TV shows, I love talking about movies because the vocab is really interesting. So with TV shows, we have the TV show. Within the TV show, we had the shady in English season, and within the season, you have the gili.
I don't know.
Episodes.
Oh, episodes, okay.
And lots of Czech people think that you can use episodes for movies, but you can't. But we don't really have a word for it. This is the problem. Like, we literally just say the fifth one. What's your favorite Harry Potter? Oh, probably the sixth one.
Really?
Yeah. You can say the word part, like, but probably not. Because part is when like one thing is split. Like Harry Potter is a perfect example because the seventh one, they split into two parts. So it's like Harry Potter 7 part 1, part 2.
Okay.
So
what about, can you say something like sequel or something? Or no?
Yes, sure. You can say it's the sequel.
Yeah?
Yeah. That happens very often when you have trilogies, like in Star Wars. That's why they're called the sequels and the prequels. So prequel comes before, sequel comes after.
Okay.
So you're watching the sequel of Veškeré.
Yes.
And tell me a bit more what it's about.
It's about the football player and it's like a parody. So, so it was fun, but the prequel was a bit better, I have to say.
Tell me a little bit more. What's going on with the football? He's a Czech football player?
It's a Czech football player, yes. And he started playing in the UK. But he thought he would be playing in Manchester. He was playing somewhere else, and it's like a whole parody thing. So they make fun of everything. But it was a bit too much, to be honest.
In terms of what?
In terms of, for example, I don't know, if there's a football match and then like one player like gets hit by another player, they like start crying or how do you say this?
It was a bit przehnany. Przehnany is a good word. It's over the top.
Yeah, so it was a lot over the top.
It was really over the top.
It was really over the top, yes.
You can have different levels. You can say a bit over the top, a little bit over the top, or really over the top.
Yes, so it was really over the top.
And you chose this movie
because I loved the first one. Yes,
a football parody movie.
Because I loved the first one. It was like really great.
Okay.
Yeah, so I expected that the second one would be the same.
Okay. But it didn't.
But I think this is a very common thing that like the first movie is great and then the second one is a bit different.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a little bit of a sklamání.
Disappointing.
That would be the adjective. It was disappointing. What's the noun? It was a
disappointment.
Disappointment is very good English, very nice. But unfortunately, not really used. Native speakers almost never say disappointing or disappointed. Instead, we say let down. So the noun is a letdown. So very common sentences. It was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a letdown.
Very nice. So this is the noun form. It was a bit of a letdown. A bit of a letdown. You can also use it as a verb. You can say nesklam mě. Is that good Czech?
Nesklam mě.
Nesklam mě.
Yes.
Anglicky?
Don't let me down?
Don't let me down.
Okay.
Don't let me down. I feel you right now. You know this song?
Yes.
All of good English is in songs.
Okay, yes, definitely agree.
So I'm sorry that it was a bit of a letdown.
But I got my popcorn, so I was happy.
Okay, this brings up a very important point. What does it mean to bring up? It's like,
okay.
Shit, what is it? Přinést? Or vytahovat? Vytahuje zajímavé téma?
No, you wouldn't.
Sorry, my Czech sucks. Okay. Nadhodit? Bring up?
Přináší.
Zmínit? Yeah. So this brings up an interesting topic. Didn't we talk about this last time?
Do we keep talking about the same stuff?
You're one of those weird cheese and ham popcorn people. I have a weird...
We talked about nachos. We talked about nachos.
We talked about nachos. We didn't talk about ham and cheese popcorn?
Maybe. We might have.
So tell me, Lenka, what kind of popcorn person are you?
Ham and cheese, 100%.
Wow. That's disgusting. This is a thing that honestly makes me want to leave Czech Republic. Like, I love everything else about Czech Republic, but hiking and ham and cheese popcorn.
And beer.
And beer. Beer's everywhere, but ham and cheese popcorn, it makes me so sad. If you want ham and cheese, have a sandwich. Don't put it in your popcorn.
It tastes so good.
It's like having a broccoli cheesecake. It's like, why? It's crazy. Okay, anyway, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so what have we learned so far? So we've learned letdown. This is a really useful phrase. It was a bit of a letdown. Now, how about let's make a note of our vocab that's come up on here, shall we? Because we have our lovely little board here. Maybe we can move those things out. So let's get them here. Let's say let down. Oh, that's horrible writing. My writing is usually better, I promise. Also, we had whatsoever, which means, Lenka?
At all?
Yeah.
Vůbec.
At all. Vůbec. Good. Vracíme se ku?
Getting back to?
Very nice. Always goes with so. Literally, every time. So getting back to... Can you try and use it in a sentence?
Getting back to our topic?
Usually you would say what the topic is. So getting back to your
Sushi,
birthday, getting back to sushi, domácí práce.
Chores.
What's your favorite chore, Lenka?
Favorite? I don't mind cleaning or cooking, like, occasionally.
Okay, fair enough. Back in your story, you said a really interesting sentence. You said, I watched the first movie and it was really good. So I expected that the second one would be the same. I expected that the second one would be the same.
Yeah.
Cheers to
Sounds
that.
good.
Cheers to that lovely English.
Thank you. It sounds good to me.
Unfortunately, not that good. Let's make it a little bit nicer. This is actually a box in our blue leaflet, Lenka. Would you be so kind as to open up the blue leaflet? Somewhere in the middle here so our listeners can see it. Box 7.2, this one. It's all about expect. Would you be so kind as to read the first example, the bad one?
The red one. Okay. I expected the movie would be better.
Very nice. That's basically what you said.
Yeah.
I expected that this movie would be the same. This is bad. So now can you read the good one beneath?
I expected the movie to be better.
Lovely. Really nice. So we can see here what we follow is I expected. And then we say the object, say this movie. And then we say the infinitive verb, to be better. So Czech people like to say, expect that something would be. In English, expect something, and then infinitive, to be better. This example here, we didn't expect him to come to the party. Because Czech people would say, we didn't expect that he would come to the party. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
So let's practice it a little bit. What did you expect this lesson to be like?
I expected this lesson to be without Prosecco.
But it's a happy surprise. Pleasant surprise.
Pleasant
Good.
surprise, yes.
Tell me something you didn't expect about my flat.
I didn't expect your flat to be this clean.
Very nice. I didn't expect your flat, is the subject, to be so clean. It's not always with to be, it can be other verbs. You can say, I didn't expect Lenka to show me her poke photos, for example. Okay, good, nice. So other than your birthday, Lenka, how have your last few weeks been since we last saw each other? Anything nice?
Yeah. I've been quite busy at work. And
your job is, again, it's working in the window cleaning company?
Window cleaning?
Yeah.
Yes, receptionist.
We clean, right?
So it's my fake character.
Yeah,
we clean. Yes.
Yeah. So, and what's your job there?
A receptionist.
Okay. What does your job involve doing mostly?
My job involves just...
My job involves?
Involves, just sitting on the reception and smiling.
Okay.
Occasionally make coffee.
And you said it's been a busy few weeks?
Oh, yeah. Lots of coffees.
So tell me, as a receptionist who sits smiling at people, what for you counts as a busy week? As opposed to, rozumíš? Na rozdíl od, as opposed to a not busy week.
Yeah, so it means like making lots of coffees and writing lots of emails.
Okay, so you email people as well? That's part of the job?
Yeah.
Like what kind of emails?
Yeah. For example, if someone wants to get their windows cleaned by the company.
High five for that.
Thank you very much.
That's terrible. Look at my elbow. Look at the elbow. Look at the elbow again. Come on. Very good. Very good. So if someone wants to have their windows cleaned,
Okay.
very good grammar. That's what we had from our last lesson. They contact you.
Yes.
Okay.
I reply, yes.
So it's been a busy few weeks. So other than
Busy,
work,
yes.
any fun stuff? Any hangouts with friends, parties, dance competitions?
No dance competitions, but what did I do? Yeah, I went to a exhibition.
I went to an exhibition because you have
An
a samohláska, so we have to use an.
So I went to an exhibition of my grandfather, who turned 100 a couple months ago.
And he's still alive?
Come on. Yes.
Is he?
Yes. And
What?
yeah.
When you say an exhibition of your grandfather, this is a little bit weird English. Okay, it's a slightly weird English because it's not clear. Is he the one that like created
His
the
art,
exhibition?
yes.
His art, or is he the thing that people are looking at? It's an exhibition
No,
of him.
thank God, no.
What were we talking about when it cut off?
My granddad's exhibition.
Your granddad. All right, Lenka, we're back again. So we were just talking about your still alive granddad. Hi, granddad. I'm glad you're still alive. Made it to 100. Great job. And then our camera died again.
Unfortunately,
Which
yeah.
is good English, by the way. When all electronic things can die, and it can just mean like they run out of battery, or in this case, it overheated. So I'm sorry about that. So, vraćme se k, your granddad's thing.
Getting back to?
Getting back to. Good job. Nice. Because that stressed me out a bit. Would you be so kind as to nalít me?
Nalít you?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Dolít me?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you
It's
say
a
it in
bit
English?
tricky with this
Můžeš-
microphone, but
What do you mean? Yeah, you can do it. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Helps the... That's a dolít.
yeah,
Ty vole.
stačí.
Nah. Keep going. Thank you. That's great.
That's enough, right?
What do we say in English so that this doesn't happen? When you're pouring someone a glass and you want them to tell you when to stop pouring, what do we say?
Stop. I'm good.
What do you... You're the person pouring and you're saying to me, the person receiving it, you sort of want to tell me when I want it to stop. Do you know what we say?
No.
We say when. That's it. Say when.
Okay.
So
Very
when,
easy.
next time you're pouring, say, okay, Jacob, say when. And then I'll say, okay,
Okay.
lovely.
Good.
So getting back to your grandfather, so he's doing the art.
He used to. He's not
Okay.
painting anymore because he's 100.
He doesn't paint anymore.
Oh, he doesn't.
It's a permanent state. We use permanent thing for present simple. For permanent things, we use present simple. So he doesn't paint anymore.
He doesn't paint anymore.
Okay. So what was the exhibition then? Tell me more. Why was there an exhibition?
It was organized by the village he lives in
Okay.
because they wanted to do something nice. They didn't want to just buy a bottle of something.
So it was a present. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. So they collected lots of his pictures and art, and they arranged it nicely, and there was a whole speech, and it was very nice.
Do you know the verb uspořádat?
No.
This is to put on.
To put on.
So they put on a lovely event for him. Můžeš?
So they put on a lovely event for him.
Lovely.
To
I'll
put
get
on.
that here. Put on. To put on.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of art was it? Is it paintings?
Painting, yeah, paintings, yes. Flowers and people
Okay.
and buildings.
Okay. Anything other than paintings or?
No, just paintings.
Okay.
But it was really nice.
That sounds lovely.
Quite fancy. Yeah.
Yeah. Was this in Hodnocení?
Very close to hodnocení.
Okay, very nice. Try and tell me something about the event that you didn't expect using our new expect structure.
Yeah. I didn't expect the event to go that well.
So, yeah, very nice. I didn't expect the event to go that well. How many people showed up? Objevili se.
Yeah, actually, I expected like 20 people to show up. But there were maybe, I don't know, 60, 70, quite a lot.
Okay, wow. And this brings up some even more amazing grammar. Okay, maybe we're slightly overdoing it with the grammar, but it works together with expect. And it's such a common and useful expression that we just have to do it. Okay. So let's, firstly, without expect, how many people were there? 60, 70?
Yeah, let's say 60.
So we'd say there were, let's say 60. Okay, there were 60 people. Now let's use our expect structure. Okay, so it'd be, let's say I expected. Our object now is the word there. Then we need our infinitive. The infinitive of were is?
To be.
To be. This is a very common structure in English. When we're talking about anything that you thought there were, or there was, or there would be, often with people, you can say, I expected there to be around 10 people. But in reality, there were lots of them. Yeah. Or I didn't expect there to be so many people at the event. I expected there to be ham and cheese popcorn, but they only had salted popcorn. So can you tell me about the number of people, what you didn't expect?
I expected there to be 20 people.
And in reality?
It was 60.
Fantastic. This is a really nice structure. Let's just practice it one more time. Something you didn't expect there to be in my flat the first time you came here.
I didn't expect there to be a plant.
Very nice. I didn't expect there to be a plant. I didn't expect there to be posters on the wall. I didn't expect there to be furniture. I'm not doing bad for a 31-year-old man.
Yeah,
I've got my life sorted
furniture,
out.
Cheerios.
Got a big TV, which I'm looking to sell, by the way. So if anyone wants it, I'll sell it for a very good price. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're doing good with our grammar today. So I'd like to finish off our little conversation time, Lenka, with a discussion topic. Okay. So we have our lovely discussion topics in Speak Like Me. And the topic of the day is about education. Which is a topic I love talking about, okay? Because education is so different in England and Czech Republic. And I like just hearing about what people were like in school. Because school is just like a different life than like real life, you know? So that's my first question for you, Lenka. What kind of person were you like in school? Let's say high school.
High school?
Which is střední škola.
Střední škola, yes.
Yeah. Tell me what kind of person you were.
I was a nice student, quite a hippie.
You were a hippie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I studied to be a kindergarten teacher.
In střední škola?
Yes.
So you went to one of those specialist schools?
Yeah. So we did lots of teaching practice. So I spent lots of time with kids, teaching kids.
Nice. And in terms of what kind of person you were, like with the other students, were you like the popular girl? Because now you seem like you might be the popular girl, but you said that you were a hippie?
We were all hippies.
Okay.
Or most of us.
Really?
We were like very colorful students.
Why?
Because we just liked it.
Okay. When did you...
we used to wear like crazy earrings, like huge lollipops and...
Huge lollipops in your ears?
Yeah, or popsicles or everything.
Earrings?
Yeah.
Do you have photographic proof of this time?
No.
I think I saw one picture on Facebook.
You definitely can't find it on Facebook, no.
Wow. Okay. So maybe let's go back a little bit to...
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to my high school friends, Tiffy and Eliška. Hi.
Hi, Tiffy and Eliška. Hope you're doing well. Are they still hippies, or have they also...
No, not at all.
They've moved on with their lives?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
Tiffy.
we all grew up.
Okay. So, because in Czech Republic you have basic school, střední škola, and then vysoká škola, right? Do you know how we have it in England?
I always mix these up. So you have lower secondary and upper secondary. And yeah. No? So what do you have? Tell me.
So what's the lowest one? Like where people will go when they're like 5 to 10?
It's kindergarten.
So kindergarten, firstly, kindergarten is American. Okay, we don't have kindergarten in England. We have preschool, which is kindergarten.
Okay.
Then we have primary school, which is from ages like 5 until about 11. And all of the years in England, like the different grades, we call them year, like year 1, year 2, year 3. So year 1 to 6, you are in primary school. And then you go to secondary school from year 7 to 11. And everyone has to do that. It's compulsory. Rozumieliśmy? Povinný. Yeah, it's compulsory. And then after secondary school, you go to either college, which is a separate place, and you do 2 years of college, and you choose like 3 or 4 subjects. And then based on those subjects, you can go to university based on the things that you've studied. Or you can go to sixth form, which is also college, but it's just in the same building as the normal high school, normal secondary school, sorry.
Okay,
So for you have basic school, right?
Základní škola.
Which is until, like, how old?
Until you're 15.
15. And you went to basic school until you were 15?
Yeah, until you're 15, then 15 or 14.
And then there's 2 options, right? You can either go to grammar school or like these specialized subject school.
I went to one of these specialized schools, like high schools. Not grammar school.
After 15?
Yeah.
Up until 15, you were in basic school, and then you went to the specialized teaching school.
Teaching school, yes.
Okay. How many years did you do it that?
I spent there 4 years.
I spent 4 years there.
I spent 4 years there.
Yeah, spend is a little exception. It has to be next to the time.
Okay.
I spent 4 years there. Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, what happened?
Then I went to uni.
Which one?
Then I went to Ústí nad Labem.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the meth capital of Europe. Do you know about this?
Meth capital.
You know what meth is? Yeah, you must do. If you went to Ústí nad Labem, you must know about it a lot. So I was watching a thing recently. They were talking about the methamphetamine. I can't say it. I can't say it. Can you say it?
Let's just stick to meth.
The meth epidemic around Europe, and the hot spot in the whole of Europe was Ústí nad Labem. It's like a real thing.
It's a great city.
Yeah, I've heard it's an interesting place. Yeah. So you went to university in Ústí.
I went to university in Ústí to study English and music to become a high school teacher.
Okay.
So I kind of went from kindergarten to high school. So I did my bachelor's there, and then I went to Prague to do my master's.
To Prague.
Then I came to Prague.
Came because we're in Prague right now, and always use come when you're in that place.
So I came to Prague to do my master's.
And how was it like going from meth capital Ústí to Prague? Was it quite a big change?
In terms of city?
In terms of just quality of life? I don't know.
Yeah, it was quite a big change.
Okay. Cool. So you finished. So wait, you did your bachelor's in Ústí?
In Ústí, yeah, and then my master's in Prague.
Here.
Yeah.
So now, tell me about what were you like as a bachelor's student? Were you still in hippie mode, or had you graduated to your current mode yet?
What is my current mode?
I don't think I can say on camera. But what were you like in your bachelor's?
Okay. I think I was a normal, like, typical student.
Okay.
I like to hang out with my friends. We had this student bar where we often went to. So hi to my friend Petya.
Say again, you had a student bar that no one went to?
That we went to.
Oh, that you went to. Okay, nice. You went to student bars. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, let's have a look at the actual questions we have on here. Oh yeah, this is a good one. What was your favorite subject in school?
When or where?
Let's say like střední škola, high school.
Probably music.
Okay.
Because we played piano, sang. It was fun.
That sounds fun. What about least favorite subject?
IT.
IT.
Yeah.
I hated IT class. What do they call it?
It was so stressful.
They called it ICT in my school, information computer technology.
Okay.
And it was awful. And also because we're not old, but back then computers were
different,
boring. You know, there's nothing fun you could do on there. And we had like those old school 90s computers in my. What about you? I guess in Ústí. No, it wasn't.
It was in Litomyšl.
Litomyšl.
High school, yeah. I went to high school in Litomyšl.
Can you remember what kind of computers they had?
No. I just remember the feeling. I was so scared. I was terrified.
Can you remember your favorite teacher? I always like to ask people that because I think it's really fun how some teachers in school can make such a big impact on people's lives, you know? Because, and I really, not recommend, obdivovat, anglicky.
Admire?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank
really
you.
admire anyone who becomes a school teacher in particular, because it's like not very well paid, it's stressful, but they can make a really big impact on people's lives. Because I had like a couple of teachers that I really, really liked, especially my physics teacher. And because of him, I'm still a massive physics person now. And I love physics. I find it so interesting. Just because this guy was like super interesting and into it, to be into something. What about you? Who was your favorite teacher?
Probably my English teacher.
What was her name?
Yeah. Her name was, oh God.
She might be watching.
I hope she's not. Oh God.
It's nice to see how much you care about people who are your favorite people. Oh my God.
It's a long time ago, in my defense.
Say again?
It's a long time ago.
This is a very common Czech mistake. This time was in the past. So it should be. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
I honestly don't know why Czech people do this. In Czech, do you say yeah?
Je to dlouho.
Oh, yes, with the dlouho? Okay, so in English, I didn't know that. In English, we say it was a long time ago. Okay. One more question for you. Have you experienced any education other than Czech education? Like, did you ever do any Erasmus or time abroad?
Yeah, I did maybe 7 months in Germany.
Oh, tell me
The
more.
the city is called Würzburg.
Which book?
It's in Bavarian.
Which one?
Würzburg.
Würzburg? I would go there just for the name. Würzburg?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to look
Nice
that up afterwards.
pronunciation, yeah,
Okay.
very nice.
So tell me and the listeners a bit more
And-
about that.
Yeah, I think it was a typical Erasmus stay.
So it was during university?
It was during university, during my bachelor's.
During...
And
Okay,
yeah, so I spent maybe 7 months there.
Very nice. I spent 7 months there. Fist bump.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I spent 7 months there, and yeah, we tried to study there, but
Okay.
let's be honest, like Erasmus is usually about hanging out and other stuff,
Other stuff?
like going to parties.
Okay, going to parties. Tell me more about the German parties. Were they different somehow to the meth parties in Usti?
Typical student parties.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, but it was very nice. It was very good.
Okay. What was your living situation there?
We stayed in dorms, but it was
Great word. Can you say what dorms is in Czech for our
in Czech. We say kolej.
kolej? Yeah, dorms, which is American. Wait a second. I always mix this one up. I think that dorms is American, because I know the British one is not dorms.
What's the British one?
It's very posh. We say, I can't even say it. We say halls of residence. Which
Sounds cool.
It sounds so dumb. So everyone shortens it and you say halls. I was in halls. So if you ever go to England and you hear people talking about, I'm living in halls, and you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? It's college.
Horse.
Halls. Yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting one. Right?
Cool.
Yeah. So you were staying in halls.
In halls, yes.
Oh, how was it? German
But
halls.
it was great. It was amazing. Really nice. Really different compared to Ústí, where we had like shared living with other students. So in Germany, I had my own room, which was a big difference for me.
But still like a shared area, like for food
I
and stuff.
think, yeah, I shared my place with just one person, but I think I met her like once. So I basically had the whole flat for myself, which was very convenient.
That was almost perfect English. So in English, we say when you have something that's usually shared, like this shared kitchen or something, but you have it only for you, we say, I had this whole, what was it? Living space to myself.
To myself.
So when you have something only for you, which is usually shared, this can be like a cinema, for example. Usually loads of people in cinema, but once I had the whole cinema to myself, and it was amazing. This actually happened, and it was so cool. Has that ever happened to you that you had the whole cinema to yourself?
I don't think I've ever been to a cinema by myself.
I've never had a whole cinema to myself.
I've never had a whole cinema to myself.
Very nice. Good. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, halls of residence
Dorms, yes.
in dorms. Well, I would love to continue this. Maybe we can talk about this more next time because we've got
Maybe.
15 minutes left and we have to do our revision time of things we talked about last time. And we also have to do our new grammar thing of the week. So, revision time, Lenka. So last time we're in chapter 2 right now of our yellow. Would you mind passing me the yellow letter?
Here you go.
Thank you. So right now we are on this box here. So last time we talked about this sentence, what makes you happy? Okay. So this is a short version of saying, what is the thing that makes you happy? But we shorten all of that and we just say, what makes you happy? Because this is a thing, it must be an it. That's why we have an S. What makes you happy? Lenka, who inspires you?
My mom inspires me.
Really? That's nice. And your granddad as well.
Yeah, with his art.
It is art. That's amazing. And making it to 100? That's fantastic.
That's good, yeah.
So he was born in when? Oh my God.
100 years ago.
Oh, so 1925? Wow, that's crazy. Okay. All right, so we had what inspires you, what makes you happy, who inspires you. Previous to that, we had this one asking about levels. If you want to know, Jacob, jak moc si opili včera? How would you ask me?
How drunk were you?
High five. Very good. So yeah, when we want to ask about levels, we use the structure how and then adjective. How drunk, how big, how nervous, and then question structure. How drunk were you? Not in Czech, how much were you drunk? Okay. Before that, we talked about having something done. This is from our blue leaflet. Let's get our blue leaflet here. This is such a great box because in Czech you say nechat. The example here is nechal jsem si opravit auto, which in English would be?
I had my car fixed.
I had my car fixed. In the future, it would be?
I will have my car fixed.
Very nice. And in the present, right now?
I am having my car fixed.
Very nice. So Lenka, is there anything that you are having done right now? Maybe something repaired, fixed, painted, replaced?
It's probably not true, but I'm having my car fixed.
Are you?
No.
Oh, you lied to me. Again. Okay. Let's do another example then. Maybe you notice that my shower is broken. And you want to ask me about when I will nechat to opravit. How would you ask me?
So when will you have your shower fixed?
Very nice. When
Thank you.
will you have your shower fixed? I would not use will. I would use going to. Because remember, will is when you're thinking about something for the first time, which is probably not this case.
Okay.
Going to is for plans, which is probably with my broken shower. So one more time.
When are you going to have your shower fixed?
Very nice. What are you doing? Listeners, she's acting very strange. I've not seen this behavior before.
Ow.
Do you have kretch?
Not cramp, but
What? What do you have? Pins and needles?
probably.
Can you describe the feeling in English?
No. Like when you sit on your leg for too long.
Yes.
That's
Pins,
it? Pins and
and
needles?
needles.
Oh my God.
Don't you say something similar in Czech? Jehli a nit? No.
No.
What do you say in Czech?
You said brní mě noha. Brnět.
Brnět? Are you sure?
Jo.
Okay. So you have... this is
Maybe
really
no,
good.
we have ants. Mravenčení.
Yeah, that's
We
what
have
it was.
ants, yes.
Mravenčení?
Yes, mravence.
Mom, mravence? Is that right?
Mravenčí mnoha.
Mravenčí
I don't think we have to do the
Okay.
Czech
In
thing.
English?
Pins and needles?
Yeah.
Ow.
I have pins and needles.
Yes.
And if you want to say where you have it, I have pins and needles
In my leg.
in my leg. Very good. Yeah. I'm very sorry about that, Lenka.
So yeah,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I was acting a bit weird. Okay.
I'm glad this is going so smoothly. Okay. One more thing is how to say narazit na. We had this from our green leaflet. When you meet somebody that you know, but it wasn't planned. Narazil jsem na kryse včera. How do we say this?
Then you would say, I bumped into Chris yesterday.
Very nice. I bumped into Chris yesterday. Perfect.
Thank you.
So that's with people. Can you remember the American version?
No.
American version is run into.
Run into.
I like to always think that Americans are always like really busy and stressed, so they're running everywhere. But English, we're more chill, so we're bumping. Yeah, so I ran into someone. Try and use it in a sentence. Someone that you ran into recently.
I ran into my friend Misha.
Is she from Ústí?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Good for you, Misha. Okay, what do we say for a cafe? We can't bump into a cafe because it's not a person.
I came across.
High five.
Thank you.
Good job. That was even worse than the last one. Yeah. So I came across an interesting cafe. So come across, such a useful one because you can use it for anything. Podcasts, cafes, whatever. Okay. So that's our revision time, Lenka. Any questions about that stuff?
No, I'm good.
Good. So to finish off our lesson today, we're going to do our new box of the week, which is, we're still in chapter 2, box 2.6 here, which is titled Prepositions on the End. So if we have a look at this Czech sentence, in Czech, it says here, o čem je ten film? O čem je ten film? Can you translate that into English?
About what is this movie?
Very nice.
Thank you.
About what is this movie? Which is wrong. Okay, because in Czech, you put the preposition always at the beginning when you make questions. O čem. But in English, we put it at the end. So we take the o, stick it to the end. So we would say, čem je ten film o? So that would be?
What is this movie about?
Lovely.
Thank you.
For Czech people, this is often a bit of a brain crazy thing, but it's not that crazy. You just move it to the end. So what we're going to do is I'll say some Czech sentences, and you can tell me the English versions.
I'll try.
Okay. We've got 3 cups here, 3 glasses. 2 of them have champagne, and 1 of them has vodka. And you'll say, Jacob, vytváříme skleničku. I know this is bad.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing great.
Yeah, vodka.
In which glass is vodka?
So think about it. So the in is the preposition, the předložka, and it wants to go at the end.
Which glass is vodka in?
Yeah. Which glass is
Strange.
the vodka in? Strange, but good.
Okay, thank you.
I went to the cinema yesterday. Oh yeah, Jacob. S kým jsi šel?
Who did you go there with?
Very nice. So
Thank
we say
you.
kým jsi šel s. So you just move the s to the end. Very good. Let's do one more. I bought some flowers. They're on the table. So, Jacob, pro koho jsou ty květiny?
Who did you buy these flowers for?
Lovely. Who
Thank you.
are these flowers
Or who
for?
are these
So you put the
flowers
for on the end. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
No
good.
problems?
No.
Okay, great. So that's our lesson finished. So let's have a look at what we had today. So we had a lovely time today. At least I did. So let's choose our maybe top 5 or 6 favorite things. So of course, we had the grammar. Prepositions go on the end. Also, from grammar, we talked about expect. So that will be our box preview of the week, okay, from our blue leaflet. Expect something to happen. Just give me one more example, Lenka, something you didn't expect about this lesson. But not the Prosecco thing.
I didn't expect to learn so many words.
That's a very nice example because in this case, there is no object. I didn't expect to learn. When you are the subject and the object, we just say expect plus infinitive. I didn't expect to learn. But if we have an object, we put it in the middle. I didn't expect this lesson to contain so many interesting words.
Okay, lovely.
We had mravenci. Mravenci?
I can teach you later.
What was it?
Mravenčení.
Mravenčení in English?
Pins and needles?
Pins and needles.
Yeah.
Very good. We talked about a sklamání. The movie was a little bit of a sklamání.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
And there was another one.
We don't say disappointment because we have this other one that exists.
Let down?
A letdown. So in a sentence,
letdown.
the movie.
It was a letdown.
It was a letdown. Very naturally goes together with a bit of.
A bit of letdown.
The movie was a bit of a letdown. Often the Czech people don't like the double but it's there. It was a bit of a letdown. Vraťme se k.
So, getting back to?
Very nice to have that here. So getting back to, and then we say the thing, your granddad's
Art exhibition.
Art
yes.
exhibition. Yeah, good. We learned another way to say vůbec, a bit more emphasized.
Whatsoever.
Whatsoever. I don't like sushi whatsoever. You can emphasize it more. Domácí práce.
Chores.
Chores. That's a lovely word. Keen on, we talked about, not used that often, usually in negative sentences. I'm not that keen on something, I don't know, sushi. And we also talked about, also from the blue leaflet, another blue preview, ways to say that you like something. Can you remind me?
Person. I'm a big breakfast person.
I'm a big breakfast person. I'm a massive breakfast person. And there's 3 other ways.
I'm a fan of.
I'm a fan of breakfast.
I'm really into.
I'm really into breakfast.
And
I'm all about breakfast.
I'm all about breakfast.
Awesome.
Yes.
Lenka, what was your favourite thing today?
Ooh, whatsoever.
Whatsoever?
I like it.
That's a really nice one. Yeah, good. For me, I would say my favourite one was probably a letdown.
Yeah.
Because I use that really often. And expect. You can't speak
that's a
English
good
without
thing,
knowing how to say expect sentences. So, Lenka, our topic for next time is going to be 2.7 and 2.8. And as you know, you can find videos of all these topics on the Speak Like Me YouTube channel. So please head over to that YouTube channel and watch the video. Do you promise?
I promise, and I'll subscribe.
Pinky promise? You're subscribed too?
Yes.
Good job. So thank you for being such a lovely student. Thank you for, being patient with our technical difficulties. And for trying, did you have 1 sip of your Prosecco?
I had to.
Good job. Thank you for
Yeah.
having 2 sips of our
Okay.
Prosecco. And I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.